You are listening to Grammy's Rocket Chair on RLM Radio.
The girl of your dreams has got to be in some bar.
Sorry, boys and girls, but this is X-rated. So if you're under 18...
Get out, goddammit!
Get the point? Good.
And now?
Bend over.
Y'all ready for this?
Get it up. Get it up. I can't wait anymore.
I like to watch.
Whatever you design, I know you'll like it. Do it.
We do it all night long.
And now, your host, Grammy.
Oh yeah. Holy crap-a-noli. I just saw, wow, I'm blasting your asses out. Holy shit, how'd I do that? It don't happen very often. Okay, let me adjusting the volume. Move that back up there. Okay, hey there. It's a Whack-A-Doodle Wednesday, and I'm about the wackiest damn woman on the planet. And if I ain't the wackiest damn woman on the planet, I want to meet the wackiest damn woman on the planet so I can shake her hand and go, "Hey, sis, how you doing?" Oh, this is Grammy's Rocket Chair here on RealLibertyMedia.com. Channel 3. Also on the RLMradio.xyz site, the RLM TuneIn radio station, the RLM Internet radio station, the RLM Spreaker channel, and all kinds of other RLM places. And I'm just kind of but deepy. Okay, yeah, you really needed to hear that, didn't you? It's been a Whack-A-Doodle Wednesday. How y'all doing? I hope you're having an absolutely amazing day after the 4th of July. For those of you in the USA, that's supposed to be Independence Day. And, you know, if you truly wanted to be independent of this nonsense, well, gonna take a little bit of work, don't you know? Because, yeah, they've got things so damn fuddled right now that it's going to take an awful lot of work to get yourself independent of the nonsense that we are in. But, hey, from what I understand, it's worth it. Okay, so let me go check and see. Where the hell am I, number one? I'm not, other than I'm sitting on my butt in my house, with the fan going and the ceiling fans going and my AC kicks on every once in a while. It's warm out here, but it's harvest weather. So, hey, you know, them there farmers, they like this kind of weather. Thank you, Barman and Freedom's Network, for tweeting me over there on Twitter. And also Jabberwocky. Thank you, darling. Truly appreciate it. You're such a sweetheart. I know who you are. Lots of hugs to you, sweetie. Yes. Okay. I'm getting messages too. I have my phone right close by because, yeah, family issues and family issues. So this way I can stay abreast of what the hell is going on. As if you really needed to know that, but you know, life goes on. Yes, it does. No matter what I got going, everyone else's life keeps going, or it doesn't. What the hell? Hey, over here in the corner pocket, I see Grimmy is over here, and Demonic 722 is away. Let's see, Banger. Hey, Banger. I see Nate has joined. Hi, Nate. You know what, sweetheart? You haven't done this, so I'm gonna, just for shits and giggles, although I will probably get the whole paytation gram. You know what? Oh, fudge sickles. I did bath instead of... First I did at bath, which, what the hell's bath? And then I did Beth, and which is BEF. Best friends forever. And I just got told by Fluke to pay attention. That duck's already gone. And you know what? I don't care. I like doing that anyway. I'm weird like that. Okay, so over here in the corner pocket, I'm not real sure who all's over here, but hi there, everybody that's over here, if you're listening in. Grimmy, you're so funny. If it was Flash, he'd be saying boobs. Because Flash is a boob. That's just all there is to it. He's just a boob head. Let's see. Over here I need to, if I don't do this in the proper order, I get, okay, what do I mean I get feebuttled? I'm already feebuttled. It's kind of the way I roll. Okay, I'm done with Twitter because Twitter just keeps popping up with weird ass shit. So, over here on Facebook, I saw the lovely Mary B. Hey there, lady. How are you doing? She's also, I think, over here. Yes, she is. She's over here on this Freedoms Network. So a Miami-Dade judge rules that the new Florida stand your ground law is unconstitutional. I'm thinking kiss my ass. Thank you for sharing that, though, Loki Luck 3. Truly appreciate it. Hey there, Estrella. I see you as well. Oh, damn. And then you just had to show Thatcher. Ack. Man, you know, they got some cute people over there in the UK, but they got some pretty fugly ones in the government. Of course, I think you have pretty fugly ones in our government, too, so who am I to talk? I'm just me. Okay, over here in the RLM, yeah, you knew I'd get there. It's saving the best for last, don't you know? So those of y'all, if you're listening in and you wish to give me static, get your butt over here to the RLM because this is where you need to be if you want to give me static. And they do ever so well. Who's in their birthday suit? I'm wearing my birthday suit, but I actually have some protective clothing over my birthday suit because I'm protecting my birthday suit, don't you know? Actually, I'm protecting everyone else's eyes. But, you know. Let's see. So, over here in the RLM, right up top, my favoriteest bot in the whole wide world. Hey there, barman. How are you doing, sweetheart? Thank you ever so much for all the tweets that you do. You're such a tweetheart. I also see Grimner, who is the RLM god, don't you know? And he's the creator over here, which is why he's the RLM god. And yes, Grimmy, right up top, you got that right. And I think I may as well, I'm 10 minutes in. Is this no, this ain't a record, but it's magic. Fuck you. That's basically the whole reason I played that song to start with. Just to do that. Because I'm crazy. Crazy. Okay, Grimmy. Moose Girl. Moosey! How was your weekend and or 4th of July holiday? That is just really messing me up because that's like 2 Mondays now this week. The only perk is that it's a 3-day week this way. You know, because I had a Monday on Monday, and then today was a Monday, but it's like Monday, Wednesday, Friday this week. So, hey, in my little mind, it works. There you go. Hi, Kate. How are you doing down there in the great state of Texas? I hope you're not too overheated down there. I also see Asmo is in the chat, but he's not playing around. He's probably snoozing. And looky there, Chalcedony got that going on. Thank you, Chalcedony. You did that just for me, didn't you? I bat my eyes at you. I see Chloe is here as well. Hey, woman. Okay. Booyah! 7.289 seconds. Booyah! Sorry, Mary B. I got the duck. Okay, if y'all ain't over here in the RLM, you have no freaking clue what I'm talking about. Not that that really has much to do with the price of beans in China, because most people have no freaking clue what I'm talking about anyway. So, hey, it's all good. At least in my books. I also see Java Doctor 2 is in the house. Hey there, darling. Big hugs to you and your lovely little Lily. And looky there, JJ's, who is playing some awesome tunage this afternoon. Sadly, I did not get to listen to much because, as soon as I turned the radio on, the phone went, oh, I'm going to ring like crazy. So, I got kind of busy. I also see North Forces here, and I even see North Forces sharing things. Thank you, sweetie. How are you doing, hon? What is that? Men in Black 3? Look right here. Look right here. You'll see it. It's right here. Men in Black 3. Have I seen that one? I don't know. If it's not on Netflix, I probably haven't. Where am I at? P. Bunyan. P. Bunyan was feeling somewhat dejected earlier this evening, so I had to give him a hug, which made Java Doctor feel somewhat dejected, so I had to give him a hug too. But you know what? The most splendiferous part about giving hugs is you get one back, unless people are like lame-o poopy heads that just kind of stand there with their arms at their sides, and then you just got to hug them twice as hard, because it's like, some bitch, you ain't going to hug me back. I'm going to hug you twice as hard. That'll learn you. Oh, Fluke needs some lovin'. Oh, Fluke. Say, sailor, how you doing? Oh, sure. Now I'm messing with the bots. Oh, well, and speaking of Fluke, hi, Fluke. Fluke is right behind P. Bunyan here. I heard JJ's on for a little while, or I thought that was JJ's that was on. Maybe it wasn't JJ's. Or maybe I just heard JJ's on the... Maybe I listened to him on webcam. I don't... Dude, it's Wednesday. It was also Monday. Give me a break. My brain is fried. Brave duck saves chicken from barnyard hawk attack. Cool, Gooberzilla. I might have to watch that later. Quack, quack, waddle, waddle, quack, quack. Yeah. See, you think you pew at the ducks, but the ducks pew right back at you, too. And it leaves a stain. Okay, Rob Works is here. Hey, Rob Works, where's that bubbler? Did I miss it? With all of my lollygagging and sillinessing and all that fun stuff. I must say, I don't see a bubbler scrolling up. Maybe I just missed it. Oh, see, and I thought I heard some music going until I had to pull my earbuds out and tend to the phone, 'cause, yeah. And you know what? People see I have my earbuds in, and yet they talk to me and expect me to actually respond back. And it's like, can you not see? My earbuds are purple. You should be able to... Okay, I have blue and silver hair, but purple earbuds should be obvious, don't you think? Apparently not. Or maybe they're as oblivious as I am, which makes them perfect employees. So, okay, back to where I was at. Rob Works, where's my bubbler? Tiny bubbler. Trust no one is in the house. Hey, sweetie, how's your Bitcoin doing? Are you just like a multi-bazillionaire Bitcoiner yet? You need to get there, hon. Come on. 'Cause I want to see somebody do that shit. Even if it's just virtual reality kind of seeing it. I also see Phantom. Thank you, Phantom, for the little intro that I use. I really do like that. And Beetle! Hey, Beetle, long time no see. How's things going with you? I saw that you still got stuff in boxes. I'm not commenting. I've been here over few years. And I still got what? Oh, sweet! There's that bubbler. Thanks, Grimmy and Barman, for the bubbler. Whee! Weed of the day. It's the weed of the day. You know, this is the kind of weed that I can deal with, because I've been dealing with weeds in my yard, and they're not the fun weeds. And they made my thumb sore. Damn it. I hate when that happens. But, you know, you got to dig bindweed. Have you ever tried to pull bindweed? God, the roots go clean to China. They really do. All the way through the center of the earth and come out in China. And they cut them off and put them in their soup. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Hi, BTC Bob. I know you're a bot, but hi, sweetie. As well as, looky there, Dimma is in the house. Dimma is my competition for ducks over here in that corner pocket, don't you know? Demma's always hugging ducks over there. I also see Fleet is here, as well as Frumpy. Hi, Frumpy. Are you feeling somewhat frumpy? I actually got out of my work clothes, and now I'm sitting here being frumpy too. Well, I'm not being you frumpy, but I'm dressed frumpy. Does that work? Oh, you won the daily game? Only took 10 years? Well, good for you, Gooberzilla. You know, whenever I do break down and purchase a Powerball ticket or something like that, and then I like win a free ticket or whatever with it, I go up to the register and I hoot and holler and jump around and I go, woo woo, I won. And they'll look at me and they'll go, how much? A free ticket. They think I'm weird. I don't know why. Gooberzilla's the winner chicken dinner. There you go, Gooberzilla. Good job. Booyah. You're persistent. That's what it was. I also see Jehovah One is in the house. No kabooms, please, tonight. We've had several of those of late, and I'm getting, although I do like going to sleep to the sound of rain, the bright flash and the kaboom that rattles the windows isn't really conducive for good sleeping. Just saying. You know, a suggestion. I also see Juana Taco is here. Do I want a taco for this evening? No. I haven't figured out what I'm going to have for supper when I get done tonight. I'm sure I will, because I have leftovers. I'm sure I'll pick one of them. Pick a leftover, any leftover. I may just make a salad. There you go. That sounds good. Where was I at? Kozu! Kozu. And Katie Troxel. Hi, sweetie. Long time no see in the chatter here. Nice to see you in here. I also see the lovely Miri B from Down Under. I hope the weather is pleasant for you down there and not absolutely bursy. I also see Ninson Dubois, the one that lets me get all those facial exercises in just by saying his name. Pon Sauce is another one that exercises the jaw, don't you know? As if I don't get enough of that exercise. And looky there, the lovely Rain. Rain, it's so wonderful to see you in the chat. Give me a couple more days without you falling from the sky so I can... I'm not going to say it because y'all are going to be tired of it by the end of the summer anyway. Sock Puppet! How you doing? Oh, thank you for the... Oh, it's a mild puffy taco filled with minced beef and topped with sour cream, guacamole, and onion. Nom, 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 nom. And tomato and lettuce and is that called chili relleno? Actually, I'll just... Ooh, I have lettuce. I have onions. I have cilantro. I have little bitty japelinos. I have... tomatoes. Ooh, I can make some of my own. Nom, 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 nom. Maybe that's what I'll have for supper. Decisions. I'll just open the fridge and whatever talks to me loudest, that's probably what I will dine on. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Sock. That was ever so sweet of you. Maybe I will not at least not cybernetically have rumblies in my tumbly. Okay, I see Stats Bob and Tip Bob are here to round out the Bob crew and to round out the whole Arulemanum crew. The one, the only, the Vil E _ Hey there, hi there, ho there, everybody. How are you doing? What's the difference between a neuralizer and CNN? Oh, same shit. Guacamole on your shoes. You got a moly in your shoes? Well, get it out of there. It probably thought it was a nice dark place to hide. Or did a moly gack in your shoes? That's not cool unless you like having green squishy stuff between your toes. And that's not cool either. That's kind of gross toe jam. Yeah. Okay, you know what? I haven't done doodly. Oh, although I do have a couple of things in my pocket from over the weekend and that kind of fun stuff, I really haven't done a whole heck of a lot of sticking things in my pocket. But which one do I want to go with? I think I'll go with this one first, because Grammy shared this over in the RLM shortly before airtime. A Florida man dies from falling inside Crater Lake caldera. Crater Lake, Oregon. A man fell approximately 50 to 70 feet inside the Crater Lake caldera on the 4th of July and died from his injuries, said a national park representative. The park said, the park talks? Cool. They said the 20-year-old Florida man had scrambled down the inside of the caldera just west of Rim Village early Tuesday morning. Witnesses said he walked onto a rocky point when the rock he was standing on broke loose. I've seen the first two Men in Black, Frumpy. I just don't remember. Okay, is the third one the one where they go back in time? Is that it? I'm trying to remember. I know I've seen the first two. But bugs in my pocket. Before you refuse, criticize, or accuse. I won't criticize, honey. Not at all. Okay, back to this article. So, standing on a loose rock and... Was he doing a selfie? Park rangers rappelled down the cliff and confirmed that the man had died from his injuries that he had sustained in the fall. It is under investigation because obviously a smashed up body needs to be investigated. Crater Lake National Park staff reminds visitors that climbing or hiking within the caldera is prohibited because of dangerous hazards, aka guy from Florida fallen and going kaboom and kasplat. They do say that patches of late snow can also contribute to hazards in the caldera and on the high elevation slopes. So, if you do not have proper hiking gear, seriously, people, they invent that stuff so that these accidents can possibly be prevented. But no, you know what you were doing. That's one of those Mother Nature decided, oh, you're doing that? Well, we're just going to make an example of you. It happens. It's kind of like these... I wonder how quickly people would stop doing stupid shit if you took all of the warning labels off of bleach. Bleach or cleaners. The warning label that says not intended for internal consumption. And what a lot of y'all don't understand, and I didn't really until it was pointed out to me, and then when it was pointed out to me, it was like, well, duh. Why didn't I know that? But when you use cleaners like that, and they tell you to use like rubber gloves or whatever, seriously, you probably oughta. But, if you're going to walk around barefoot after you just scrub the floor or something with those kind of cleaners, you're still absorbing that stuff into your system. So whether you take it internally by swallowing it, or walking in it, or not putting gloves on when you're applying it, however, you're still getting it into your system. So, hey, why don't you just step away from the industrial cleaners and go back to nature? Get you some good stuff. Mother Nature's got things that'll clean shit up. You'd be surprised. A little bit of vodka goes a long way. And it's not just for drinking anymore. Okay. Put this over here. So, how was everybody's 4th of July? Now that I'm kind of sort of thinking about it again. I hope y'all had a pleasant one and everybody still has all of their appendages attached. because that would not be cool if you were missing appendages because of shenanigans and just plain brain farts with the 4th of July. I talked to my eldest yesterday, and she said that fireworks were banned where she lives because they are so dry out there. They don't want any fires starting because that's where a lot of wildfires tend to start, is that part of Colorado. And $500 fine if you're caught setting off fireworks. That would be enough of a deterrent for this old broad. But the city or the area did do a fireworks display over the lake. So, there you have it. You can't do it, but they can, which, hey, you know, what the hey. She said it was a very pretty display. So, and I'm glad, and she was very tickled that they weren't able to do that, because then she didn't have to worry about her youngins blowing fingers off and that kind of stuff, because, yeah, my grandchildren come by it honestly. Because yesterday morning, yeah, I was a bit of a firebug. I burned my burn pit. It's very calm. And it was fun setting the fire and going, fire, fire. It was fun. What's that? Oh, yeah. Us, them dynamic. Yes, yes. Must have that. Invented motorcycles so peeps could claim 3,000 miles on a bike? Ah, okay. I'm not going to bicycle over 3,000 miles. Sorry. Oh, hey, Frumpy says he uses vodka for internal cleansing on a regular basis. See? There you go. Good job. Welcome back, Beetle. I use vodka for cleaners and for internal consumption. I don't use it that often for internal consumption anymore, though. Just haven't had a hankering for it of late, which is okay. Okay. And since I was talking about nastiness, I don't think I did this one last Friday. I don't think I did. From blacklistednews.com, researchers find that sunscreen becomes toxic when exposed to chlorine. Huh. Well, imagine that. As if it's not bad enough already, all of the nasty things that's in it, but it becomes even worse when you go swimming at a swimming pool that has chlorine in it. Or, hey, just taking a bath, because they chlorinate the water in city water supplies too. Isn't that wonderful? So apparently most of us are quick to reach for our sunscreen before heading outdoors in the summer. I don't. I actually haven't used sunscreen in probably 5 years. At least not commercial sunscreen. And the last time I did, I broke out in a rash, and that was the first time I'd used it in a couple of years. So I just don't do it anymore. Oh, you built a still? Sweet! Oh, that is so awesome, Frumpy. I'm impressed. Dang. Okay, so back to this. But it might not be a great idea to be putting that sunscreen on, especially for swimmers, because new research reveals that sunscreen becomes toxic when exposed to chlorine, sometimes resulting in kidney and liver dysfunctions as well as nervous system disorders. And you need your kidneys, you need your liver, you need your adrenal glands, you need your thyroid, you need your pituitary. Those are the main glands that produce hormones, as well as the intestines for your body. And so, you mess up that hormonal balance, and then your body becomes just ripe for any kind of disease to invade. I listened to Dr. John Bergman again this afternoon for a while. I like him. And he's got such a silly kind of Burt Reynolds giggle. Oh well, the study conducted by the Lomonosov Moscow State University was published in the Journal of Chemosphere. And the researchers were reportedly stunned to discover that chlorine, a chemical commonly used in the US and UK to disinfect water by killing bacteria, breaks down sunscreen into other potentially hazardous chemicals. You notice they always say potentially, because they don't want to just flat out step out and say, well, this is going to make you sick. Because when they do that, then people stay away from it. Huh. Specifically, the ingredient avobenzone. The hell is that? That is what breaks down into hazardous components when mixed with chlorinated water. As physics.org reports, avobenzone was approved by the FDA in 1988. Really? No shit? Due to its ability to absorb ultraviolet light by converting the energy of the light into thermal energy. Oh, great. You're putting something on your skin that converts the ultraviolet energy into thermal. How? Duh. Every year, it's regularly applied by millions of people worldwide. In fact, that's a fact that makes this finding so concerning, which, yeah, it would be. Dr. Albert Lebedev, who is the study's author, said that on the basis of the experiments, one could make a conclusion that a generally safe compound transforms in water and forms more dangerous products. Oh, now see, they say it transforms in water because that way, they get you scared of water when water is actually what you need. It's the shit they put in it that's bad for you. In spite of the fact that there are no precise toxicological profiles for the most established products, it's known that acetyl benzenes and phenols, especially chlorinated ones, are quite toxic. And yet they put it in our drinking water, and they put it in lotions and all kind of shit. Scientists are now looking into a suitable alternative for avobenzone that won't break down when exposed to chlorination or bromination of fresh and seawater. Studying the products or transformation of any popular cosmetics is very important, and as very often they turn out to be much more toxic and dangerous than their predecessors. In principle, basing on such researches, one could obtain results which could restrict or even put under a ban the usage of one or another product and preserve health of millions of people. But see, that's why they just look at one aspect of things. They never look at the root cause, or if it's something that they can go, hey, I can make lots of money off of this shit. Hey. Yeah, what is that, Grammy? Y'all are talking about Harleys? I'm supposed to go for a ride on a Harley one of these weekends. Yee-haw! Which means I'm going to have to braid my hair. Ugh, I'm not exactly the greatest at braiding my... I can braid everybody else's hair, but braiding my own is... I'm not really coordinated, don't you know? My arms get tired because my hair is getting pretty long. What is this about Harley V-Rod muscle? That you built from scratch? Damn. Okay, Frumpy, now I got to see what the heck it is. Wow. Sweet. That's pretty nice, Frumpy. Okay. Who's permanently tethered to RLM? Okay. Let me check this out. What? Okay. Now I need to do the sunscreen thingy because I need to share that on a couple other places just to let people know, honey. Actually, you need to take vitamin D supplements, vitamin D3 to be exact. Take vitamin D3 supplements and get yourself some sunlight and dress appropriately. If you start getting a little bit hot, cover up your skin. Okay? Because you don't want to be a repeat customer, which is, I think, what they're doing. You know, they're this whole dis-ease management thing. It's amazing how when you start looking at this, how many dominoes fall into place on what will lead you to become a repeat customer for Big Pharma. Okay. And I'll put this over here in the effing site. And then I will check out this link. Actually, while that's doing it, from the dailymail.co.uk. Whose idea was that? Hard to reach loo rolls. Oh, tutu paper. Lamps that cast rude shadows and a sink with 10 taps. Huh? Hotel guests reveal the design howlers they've spotted after checking in. Ah. Okay. And oh. Oh, Grammy. Oh, Grammy. Thank you, hon. Just a minute. Yeah, we'll do this, and then we'll do that. Okay. Grammy shared this with me from the dailymail.co.uk. So, while big chain hotels with their identikit rooms might lack a certain romance, they do at least get the basics right. Like knowing that putting acres of space between the loo roll and the toilet is a huge fail. Yeah, because then you have to get up and trickle or what? Wow, my mind went there. So in a series of images shared by Bored Panda, taken by hotel guests around the world, some of the very bizarre designs that have greeted them in their rooms. I'm wondering if I've been in any rooms like this. You know, over in the UK, we stayed in a room that the toilet tank was way up high and you pulled a chain to flush it. It was just the coolest thing ever. I know. I'm easily entertained. So, there's a matching light shade that projects what appears to be a giant cleavage on the ceiling, an oblong mirror that does nothing for the person looking in it, and even a bed that's right next to a toilet with only a clear glass panel between. Okay, where in the hell? Yes, I'm sure. Stop it. That popped up all of a sudden. My malware's antibiotics. That can wait till I get done. Wow, a clear glass panel between the bed and the toilet. No, that's not exactly something that I want to see. Wow. Wow, that is, I just finally noticed where the dang, you have to walk with your bloomers down around your ankles for several feet before you get to the toilet paper. I'm thinking you get your TP before you go. Or a boob design with the lights. There you go. Or, holy sheep dip. Damn, Grim. Where the hell did you come out? Oh. Wow. That's not pretty. Apparently, space is clearly a premium, and some hotel designers have laughed in the face of being practical in favor of making something fit at whatever price. There's a bathroom and a closet that are sandwiched next to each other, but woe betide the guest who tries to leave both doors open at the same time. Then there's a no smoking sign in an ashtray, a pair of curtains that offer a view on the wall behind them when drawn. Or a bathroom air vent that's been screwed over tiles. Now that's because you hire minimum wage people that, zero training, zero common sense. Or how about the most befuddling, what appears to be a pair of chairs in a space that looks like it should be sat on, but a closer look reveals there's no possible way of accessing the space unless you climb or maybe fly. Where is this picture? The no smoking ashtray. Cool. I like the penis bush. That's like I can't decide what I want to identify as, so I think I'll be a penis bush. Oh! Whew. Wow. Okay, that picture that looks damn grim. It's got pubes all over the wall. How about this warning? For safety yourself and your belongings, please follow up recommendation. I'm thinking whoever made this sign, English was not their first language. Because syntax is totally different in other languages, don't you know? So, number 1, don't bring your value thing nighttime to the party. Value thing nighttime. All kinds of things pop into my head for that one. Please keep in safety box. Much money, passport, camera, mobile phone, watch, necklace, credit card, wallet, handbag. Yes. Number 2, if not necessary, don't rent motorbike vehicle jet ski. Wow, the sky's the limit when you rent the jet ski. And to avoid accident. If you have accident, big problem. No shit, Sherlock. I'm thinking accident is bound to occur when you're on that toilet where you gotta walk 10 feet to get to the tutu paper. Number 3, don't drink too much because you could become unconscious. And that would be dangerous for yourself, especially in a foreign place. Or at a frat party, which could be a foreign place. Excuse me. Number 4, don't go to the dark place, lonely place. That is dangerous. Don't go to a dark, lonely place. Please don't go there. It's dark and it's lonely. Number 5, don't involve the drug addict. It is illegal. Go to jail. And they might deceive to sell. Hey, that's kind of poetic. Cool. Where's this sign at? I want to go there. Number 6, be careful, strange person. They might steal your value things. You know, like prostitute or ladyboy. Ladyboy, is that a can't decide? I don't know what I want to identify with. Number 7, lock the door anytime, Anytime you want to, just lock that door. Anytime at all. When you leave room or sleep, lock door anytime. Yes, I like that. Oh. Whoa. Wow. That seating is kind of cool. Is that like Mothman seating? Sweet. And the yeah, Grammy, I see that where the bed is right beside the shower door, that the toilet is enclosed inside the wow. Huh? Okay, yeah. Wow. Apparently somebody's directionally challenged. Oh, an emergency exit map. That you are here. And you don't know where here is. Okay. Or, hey, I like that. You could hide behind the drapes. You could be, yeah, you could be Art. What is, oh, a roll of toilet paper under, wow, Grammy, this is just really cool. I didn't realize a roll of toilet paper could be considered as something necessary to have special lighting, as if it's very rare artwork, unless it's that bathroom that you have to walk 10 feet with your bloomers around your ankles. Okay. Oh, I do like that customer suggestion box. It is the shredder. I do like that. And yeah, and whoa. Stairs that make you, whoa. A towel that's wrapped up like a penis. Whoa. Dang, Grim. Did you share this with the rest of the class, honey? 'Cause I can't be the only one that's having fun with this. These are hilarious. Here, y'all need to check these out. 'Cause they're just, yeah. So, you got, oh, for the second floor, please press the number 6. Sorry for the inconvenience. Wow. So what did you do? Did the number 2 get broken, so you happened to have a spare 6 laying around and you stuck it in there? Huh. Okay. Pool is closed until further notice. And why is, oh, sorry for the incontinence. Okay. Everybody pees in the pool, but did someone leave a baby Ruth in there? You? Not cool. Oh, you didn't? Well, I just shared it, Grammy, because wow. That's just, wow. There's some really messed up hotels out there, Grim. And what's really sad, man, I scrolled past that pew Bart. Wow. Damn. You know, and people pay a premium price for that stuff. Say that 3 times fast. People pay a premium price for those rooms. Damn, their rooms are getting awfully pricey too. It's like, wow. Have you rented a hotel room lately? One of my coworkers is in a wedding next week. Next week? No, 2 weeks from now. And apparently, if you wanted to stay in the hotel where everybody else is going to be staying, you get a discounted rate. Oh, yeah, it takes $10 off the price of the room. So the room is going to be $130 a night. And I'm sorry, you know, for getting a discount, and that's the discount you get, and there's going to be lots and lots of people, I'm thinking, wow. You would think that they would, at least for the groomsmen, cover the room, at least for that night. But no. Oy. Okay. I gotta share this over here on Fakey Book as well, because then people are gonna look at that and go, ew. Especially the pube wall. I wonder if that's what they've cleaned out of the shower over the years, and they just thought, hey, this could make interesting art. Whoever thought that, wow. Don't quit your day job. Okay, what's this? I know, I do love that suggestion box. I need to do that just for shits and giggles. No, seriously. One of my coworkers. I don't go to weddings unless they're family. And then I plan on staying at families. Oh, is that Marilyn? Okay. Easily distracted. Can you say that? I think you can. Okay. I'm going to go back to my pocket. Because I know I put more stuff in there. Oh, Casey, I need to look this. Yeah. Seymour is a bigger boy. You know, he's a big boy. He's like, they call him Seymour because he's like a tank. But he's renting a tux, and it's a 2X. And his rental for one night, actually afternoon and night, one afternoon and night is $230 to rent a tux. What the hell? I think that's frickin' highway robbery. But I see this over here in my pocket as one of their suggested things. It's from businessinsider.com, and the only reason I'm going there is because, no, I'm not going to do it now. Go away. Go away. Yes, I'm using. No, I'm not. Fuck! I'm not going to do Business Insider because the some bitches are not letting me read the article unless I turn off my ad blocker, which I will not do. Kiss my ass. But apparently, it's a startup company that helps you find an easy way to rent a tux. Well, you know what? If you're not going to let me read the article, kiss my ass. We ain't going to go any farther than that. Okay, so I'm going to go to this one. And I don't think... No, I don't think I did this one Friday. It's dated April the 19th of this year over on The Blaze. I stuck it in my pocket over the weekend. And the title is I Didn't Fall in Love with My Wife. Well, I don't have a wife. I was one at one time. No more. Don't want to go there again. So, according to this article, it's no surprise that we are so bad at marriage in this culture. We're bad at it because we don't understand it. And we don't understand it because we don't understand love. You can't forge a lasting marriage if all you know about love is what you learned from the Ed Sheeran song. Okay, who's Ed Sheeran? Oops. It's like trying to build a car when you think engines run on fairy dust. What, they don't? Little bit of pixie dust here. And that's essentially how many of us approach marriage. We believe that it's fueled by intense and mystical emotional force. A force we inaccurately call love. And as soon as we run out of this mysterious cosmic gasoline, all we can do is send it to the scrapyard and find a newer model. And this view is popular in our society because it removes all responsibility and blame from the individual. Marriage is presented as a passive endeavor, established and destroyed by forces outside of our control. Love is something that you fall into, like a puddle or a pile of shit. However you want to look at that. And then you fall out of it, which I want to know how you fall out of a puddle or a pile of shit. Apparently it's like an unsafe carnival ride when you fall out of it, which, yeah, that first step's a doozy. And there's not much you can really do to cause the one or prevent the other. These things just happen, we say. Oops, I'm married. Oops, I'm having an affair. Oops, I'm divorced. Oops, I'm married again. Oops, I'm divorced again. Oops, I'm so lonely and isolated, and everyone I've ever known resents me. Oops. You know, I actually heard about someone in town that is filing for divorce because they had been together, they had lived together for like 8 years, and then they finally decided 6 months ago, let's just go ahead, take the plunge, tie the knot, because we know we love each other forever and ever. And now they're getting a divorce. Because once they got that piece of paper, there's something about that piece of paper that really messes it up for a lot of people. And I think it's a mindset issue. It's kind of freaky how that works. Because all of a sudden, you know, you can be wonderful. Things go swimmingly. Sure, you have your arguments, but they're not that big of a deal. Yet you have your makeup sex and life is good, you know? From what I remember. And then you sign on that dotted line. You get that permit. You get that license. You go to the preacher or the justice of the peace. And once you both sign on that dotted line, odds are one of the two suddenly believes they own the other. Or sometimes both parties believe they own the other. They take on ownership. So you become a property. And then it doesn't take much before you become a thing, an item, which they will either show off or disregard. Been there, done that. Not going back. Here's the reality, though. These were our choices every step of the way. And that state which we found ourselves falling in and out of is not real love. Because real love is an act of will. It's a decision. It's a conscious activity. And it's something that you do and live. Love is chosen. And if it is protected and nurtured, it grows. Love is sacrifice. I'm going to see where they're going with that. Love is effort. Love is everything St. Paul describes in the 1 Corinthians and especially in Ephesians 5. Husbands, love your wives, just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her to make her holy. Oh, wow. Christ did not give himself up for the church because the church was not in existence yet. Love is dying to the self. Really? Love is many things, and none of them happen by accident. I don't think love is dying to the self. I'm wondering. This is going to be one of those things where I'm going to have a little argument with myself over this article. So even people who understand this will still sometimes talk about love in a way that contributes to the confusion. A married couple may describe the moment they fell in love very early in their relationship, well before they walked down the aisle. And they may even claim to be experienced love at first sight. This is all fine fodder for the Hallmark cards and for Nicholas Sparks movies, whoever Nicholas Sparks is, which, as we know, are based on Hallmark cards. Oh, okay, thank you for that little bit. But it doesn't actually make sense. Far be it from me to make this determination, but no, you didn't love your wife the moment you laid eyes on her. You thought she was hot. But that's not the same thing. I can say with certainty that I love my wife now. Okay, I don't love my wife because I don't have one. I can also say that I did not love her a week after I'd met her, and I surely didn't love her the first time I saw her. Okay, this is you, whomever. I got to roll up and see who wrote this. Who wrote this? Okay, Matt Walsh, you and I are going to have a few little disagreements here, sweetheart, because I happen to know some people that I have siblings that it was pretty much love at first sight. And actually talking to my eldest brother, he said the first moment I saw my wife, I thought, she is cute. She is just too cute. And I want to spend the rest of my days seeing that cute. And they've been married 30 years now. And still going strong. So, you know, and he just knew. He knew right off the bat. So I beg to differ on, I think Matt Walsh is confusing, or maybe this is his interpretation of love. That's fine, sweetie. This is your interpretation of love. But wow, if you're going to be preaching to people. Okay. He's pondering, how could he love her? Well, you know what, sweetheart? There's such a thing as called being on the same frequency, being on the same vibe as one another. And that is true. It actually, okay, I can say, I'm sitting here saying that is true. And yet how many times do I say scientific proof, yada, 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 blah, 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 bullshit. But they have proven that, you know, okay, putting that out there because I like the result, apparently. They have proven that people can sense, you know, trust your gut. You do get a sense for someone, whether that person is going to be someone pleasant to be around or someone not so pleasant to be around. Your gut instinct is what a lot of them refer to. So yeah, you could technically love her at first sight because that frequency connection is there. Technically. But I'm going to go on with his little spiel here and see if maybe I actually almost accidentally agree with him again. Didn't know her. Okay, I get that. You didn't actually know her. But was there a connection? You made no commitment towards her. Once again, that's all well and good, but was there a spark? Was there a connection? Oh, wasn't sharing his life with her. Okay, well, duh. When you first meet someone, obviously you're not sharing your life with them. Duh. I wasn't really sharing anything with her except an appetizer at Chili's. And yet, why were you willing to share an appetizer at Chili's with her? There was a click. There was a connection. Even if you both were just changing your radio dials, you know, checking the frequencies going on around you, and all of a sudden your frequencies coincided. Yes, I loved her as a child of God. Oh boy. And in the same sense that I'm obligated to love all of humanity. Okay. Once something becomes an obligation, is it really a free will thing? No. And this is where I'm going to have a little bit of an issue, because any God that demands that you serve them any god that demands that you sacrifice for them, any god that demands that you follow their bidding, even though that bidding is conveyed to you through another human being, any god, and I'm going to talk little g God here, any god that demands things of you is not a god. They are a self-important whatever with technological advances beyond our imagination. Period. They are not a god. They just believe themselves to be god-like. I personally don't think a god would demand, because a god would not feel it necessary to have a bunch of what would be probably classified as amoebas compared to them. Really? Seriously? Who is so self-important that they would need basically the equivalent of amoebas to go around going, oh, great and wonderful Grammy? No. 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 These people that tell you you're obligated to love all of humanity. Once you tell someone they're obligated to something, you just took away their free will. Kiss my ass. I have really, I'm done with this article. That I can't go any farther with it. I'm going to let y'all finish it. It's from The Blaze. I thought maybe it would be fun. But no, it's just pissing me off. I cannot go there. Hey. Who's shooting my damn ducks? I kick your ass. Oh. Talk about, I'm gonna have to chalk that one up for one of those few that just really let me down. Damn it all. Matt Walsh, you let me down, hun. Okay, I'm going to go check out my recommended ones, just because odds are there's something in there that will bring me out of my crankiness here. Oh. Okay. I'm just going to read some of these titles here until I come up with one that, No, honey, you can't be anything you want to be, and that's okay. Oh, that's from the Washington Post. Really? You can't be anything? Well, that's true. You can't be anything you want to be. Because if you're a girl, even if you're surgically changed to be a boy, still, chromosome-wise, fucking Washington Post, kiss my ass. What is with these damn self-important websites that, unless you subscribe to us, you can't read this article? Kiss my ass. See, I'm still cranky. I need to find something. How about this? 25 dangerous things that you should let your kids do. From theartofmanliness.com. Yes, Rob Works, you're missing grams, and I've been ranting and bitching at somebody that seems to think that you're obligated to love all of humanity. I personally do not feel I have a choice in that matter, but... Oh, thanks, Grammy. Finding anything on the... See, and I just don't go there often enough to... Oh, well. Thanks, Grim. I'll know better next time. So, from The Art of Manliness, 23 dangerous things you should let your kids do. Like riding the back of a pickup. We do that. How many of y'all rode in the back of a pickup when you was kids? And you're still here, right? How many of y'all rode your bike without a helmet, elbow pads, knee pads? And you're still here, right? Got a few bumps and bruises, but Climbed trees without a safety net. Did that. Fell out of a few trees, too. That's kind of what's wrong with me. I took a ride in a dryer. I know that's probably part of what's wrong with me. So, let's get to this. Even though the modern world isn't any more dangerous than it was 30 or 40 years ago, it feels like a more perilous place. Really? Or more accurately, we inhabit the world today in a way that is much more risk averse, for a variety of very interesting and nuanced reasons. Our tolerance for risk, especially concerning our children's safety, has steadily declined. Note tolerance, and I think Penn Jillette said it best. Tolerance is a polite form of condescension. I kind of like that definition. So, we remove jungle gyms from playgrounds, ban football at recess, prohibit knives, even the butter variety at school, and would rather have our kids playing with an iPad than rummaging through the garage or roaming around the neighborhood. Yeah, and there are even places where you could have you could have Child Protective Services showing up at your house because you allowed your child to play outside in their own yard without adult supervision. Frickin' safety Nazis, but it's for your own good, for the children, don't you know? Unfortunately, as we discussed in depth earlier this year, when you control for one set of risks, another simply arises in its place. So in this case, in trying to prevent some bruises and broken bones, we also inhibit our children's development of autonomy, competence, confidence, and resilience. In pulling them back from first-hand experiences, from handling tangible materials and demonstrating concrete efficacy, we ensconce them in a life of abstraction rather than action. Thank you for making me pronounce all of those wonderful words. You probably could have said that an awful lot better and an awful lot easier for me to say without whipping out those $25 words that you found in your thesaurus. Butt munch. Okay, I feel better now. By insisting on doing everything ourselves because we can do things better and more safely, we deprive kids of the chance to make and test observations, to experiment and tinker, to fail and bounce back. In treating everything like a major risk, we prevent kids from learning how to judge the truly dangerous from the simply unfamiliar. And that, my dear friends, is how we got all these snowflakes. These tender little snowflakes. The poor little wildflowers growing on our universities all over the country. And you know, I can remember as a kid a lot of things that we did. I mean, we really did try to reenact a lot of the things that we saw the little rascals doing. Very few broken bones, simply because we did the whole trial and error thing. And yeah, I mean, just very few broken bones. And even when there were broken bones, it was like a badge of honor. Yeah, I was going down this hill. I must have been going a bazillion mile an hour and got thrown out, and yeah, want to sign my cast. Can you even sign casts anymore, those fancy schmancy damn things that they have nowadays? Or riding around the back of a pickup truck. Or heaven forbid, riding in a car unbuckled. Wow. Things that... And my daughter, my oldest daughter, actually wanted to go out for football in middle school. And the coach wanted her to go out for football in middle school. Because she's one tough little girl. And she was not afraid to tackle yo ass. I mean, she wasn't real fast. But yeah. You know, so she would have been on the line or something. She liked playing football. It's probably why she didn't date much in high school, because the boys were scared of her. She learned that from her mom. Oops. But what's wrong with that? What's wrong with letting kids play football? They need to get those bumps and bruises in order to understand that there are little bumps and bruises and there are big bumps and bruises, and learn to differentiate between the two. Fortunately, this goes on to say, we can restore the positive traits that have been smothered by overprotective parenting by restoring some of the dangerous activities that have lately gone missing from childhood. Jungle gyms. Put the jungle gyms, the monkey bars, back on the school playgrounds. Come on, people. Ain't nothing like hanging upside down on the jungle gym. I actually have a picture of me hanging upside down on the jungle gym with my youngest daughter at the last family reunion. That was our family picture. It's fun to do that kind of stuff, even when you're old and bones don't heal quite as quickly. So they have some suggestions on things that you can do. So let me see. Let them play with fireworks. Yes. Children need to learn that, yes, you can burn yourself, but you need to learn to play with fireworks responsibly so you don't go around with the frickin' sparklers and quite literally put someone's eye out because you don't understand. It's fucking hot. You can blind someone. You can burn your fingers to the bone. Don't do it. Kids need to learn that kind of shit. And really, I think fireworks is a good, let them hold a punk. Let them burn their fingertips on that punk. They'll learn. Duh. Ouch. Let them hammer a nail into a board. You will learn to be more careful with that hammer. You won't go around when you're playing with your hammer and pounding on other people's feet. I know someone who had a child that did that, thought it was quite funny to go around with a hammer and pound on people's feet. Not funny at all. Let them pound a nail into a board and miss that nail and hit their thumb. And let them find out it hurts. Kids need to learn those things. Stick your car out a car window. Oh, good Lord. Out here in the boonies, you see motorcycles riding by. Yeah, that's how you do the motorcycle wave. Duh. Everybody knows that. Let your dogs hang their head out the window. Let your kid hang their arm out the window. Just don't tell them that it's okay to try and grab the signs along the road. That's not smart. Jump off a cliff. Okay, this was one of those things that Mom used to say, just because little Johnny jumps off a cliff doesn't mean you have to. Well, if you're jumping off like 5-10 foot cliff into some water, hey, if they know how to swim, I'm not so sure. Of course, I'm not crazy about heights because I've been pushed out of entirely too many trees. But a 20-foot cliff, okay, color me wussy. I wouldn't do that. Use a bow and arrow. Actually, the last time I was out with my grandchildren, we went to the firing range with their bow and arrow. Each one of them had their own bow and arrow. And the rules of the range were that once you were done firing the arrows that you brought, you stay back here out of the way until everyone is done firing their arrows. Then everyone puts their bow down and everybody goes and picks up their arrows and comes back. Nobody starts fighting or firing until everyone gets back. It's called proper rules of safety with a bow and arrow. And if you get your arm, that's part of it. Learn how to hold it properly so you don't get your arm. Cook a meal. My grandchildren all know how to cook. And they've been cooking and helping Mommy cook, and my girls helped me cook. Cripes. Once they could stand up at the kitchen table and I didn't have to worry about them falling off the chair. Basically 3 or 4 years old. They were helping me cook. Let them cook. Let them climb trees. They need to learn to climb trees. Once again, out with my grandkids. My youngest grandchild, 9 years old at the time, climbed a little bit high. Got scared. Couldn't figure out how to get down. We talked him down. And you know what? By the time he got down, and everyone around, because there was like 4 of us around at the bottom of the tree, we were ready to catch him if he slipped. But we were all telling him, you can do it. Just put your foot here, grab there. And by the time he got down, it was like, good job, little man. Here, you thought you couldn't get yourself down, and you got yourself down. Got a couple of scrapes, but you did it all by yourself. Boosted his ego. He felt, the next tree he climbed, which he climbed another tree about 10 minutes later, and he got pretty high, and I was getting a little bit on the concerned side. But he got himself down without a whimper. So, it's a confidence booster. Kids need to learn how to do that. Roughhousing. Oh, yes. Yep, they need to learn to play and wrestle, and they also need to learn that what is too much and what is not playing. When you're taking playing to the point where you're being hurtful. They need to learn those guidelines. Go sledding. Oh, God, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, let your kids go sledding. Oh, I haven't done that in a while. I need to find a hill. Drive a car. Yup. I actually drove my first car when I was 8 years old, sitting on my brother's lap, out in a dirt road in front of Grandpa's farm. It's the first time I drove a car. Couldn't reach the pedals, but I could run the steering wheel, and I could run the shifter. And so I would tell him when to clutch and when to brake and when to do the accelerator, because he wouldn't do it unless I told him, because we ran into a hay bale because I didn't tell him. But it was cool. It was a fun experience. So, didn't make me any better driver, but hey. Burn things with a magnifying glass. Yes. I even have brothers that burned ants. I like to burn paper. I like starting fires. But we were starting fires so that we could roast marshmallows, don't you know? Ride a bike or walk to school. Yes. Did that every day until I was in junior high. And then a friend's dad took us to school because it was 3 miles. And I was kind of a wuss, and he worked at the school in maintenance anyway. So I was like, can I catch a ride? Shoot a gun. Yes. My children learned gun safety at an early age prior to the state little classes that they give out or whatever. My children and my grandchildren have all learned proper handling of a gun and the difference between a Nerf gun and a real gun. Stand on a roof. Yes. Although it makes me nervous, but once again, that's hearkening back to my childhood and being pushed out of tree houses. And I was pushed off a roof once because girls weren't supposed to be up there because that was for the boys. Yeah. I didn't realize I was not a boy until I was like 6 or 7 and started going. Actually, I think it was 6 and started going to school and had to wear skirts because that was the dress code. Squash a penny on a railroad track. Never did do that one. Sword fight with sticks. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let your kids do that. And trash can lids, all you don't have. Do you have those round trash cans anymore? Those are way fun to use as symbols. Piss off the parents. But damn, you can have a hell of a marching band with those things. Shoot a slingshot. Yeah, used to do that too. Shooting cans off the fence. Explore construction sites. We used to explore destruction sites. Use a pocket knife. Yes, all of my brothers knew how to whittle And they would do the little. We used to have rubber band wars too. Man, those things sting when they hit right by the eye. But you learn to duck faster. Climb a rope. Yup, they need to learn to do that. Builds confidence, builds upper body strength, builds coordination. All wonderful things for kids to learn. Ride your bike off a ramp. Yes. I like that idea. Used to do that a lot. Make a fire. But learn how to make a fire safely. You know, that was, if nothing else, you know, Dad was good at that. I got included in a lot of that stuff until my little brother Larry was old enough to be able to go along with that. And then I got told I couldn't go anymore because I wasn't old enough, even though I was older than my little brother Larry. But it was basically because I was a girl. But, yep. You need to learn how to responsibly make a fire and keep an eye on the fire and put the fire out. Those were things that we learned as a child. Explore tunnels. Oh my God. Did that a lot when we were kids. Wow. That was lots of cool ones. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and share this. There's a nice little description to each one of those, but which I did not read. But this is cool. Thank you, Art of Manliness, for bringing me out of my grumble bumble. Okay, what are you doing? Okay. Ooh, Java Doctor, you had bison burgers? Those are pretty tasty. Oh, yeah. Java Doctor, have you ever made popcorn in a pressure cooker? That was our popcorn popper growing up. And I was the one that was in charge of making the popcorn. Once I was big enough to stand on a chair at the stove and shake that pressure cooker, I got designated the job of making popcorn. Number one, because I really enjoyed doing that. And number two, because Dad said that I made the best popcorn because I kept shaking that thing and the kernels didn't get burnt, so. But yeah. Oh, peanut brittle. I'm scrolling up and checking out the chat. Okay. Let's see. What else is in my recommended things? Dun, dun. Thoughts on insurance? Insurance is a racket. That's my thoughts on insurance. Want to create your own apps? No. America's future is tech. Oh, really? America's future is Texas. From the New Yorker. Should I go there? Actually, I think I'm going to, before I go there, I'm going to go check out the pig, because I haven't checked out this date in history for a while. Hey there, guys, over here on Piggy Gazette. Wednesday already? Yes, it is. Aw, see? Those crazy guys over at the pig, they got such a cute little... There you go. Okay. Back to the pig. Word of the day. Guys, phrase of the day. Intelligent life. This is a pigism. Something that no longer exists at Wellesley College, where students insist that a transgender woman and original equipment female can't be diversity officer because she's a white man now. Oh, wow. Alrighty. In the quotable quotes section, to appropriate a culture is to appreciate it. Some very wise man. Really? Okay. So, from the news in Zingers, Argus Hamilton, this is under the Pig's Tasty Tidbits today. POTUS Twampelstiltskin tweeted a counterattack against Morning Joe's Micah Brzezinski with a jibe about her facelift. No one noticed here on the coast. Plastic surgery is so common in Southern California that a new chain of drive-through plastic surgery clinics are opening up called Jiffy Boob. Oh my God. The House of Representatives passed Katie's Law Thursday, which increases the penalties for illegal alien criminals who re-enter the U.S. after they've been deported. These guys don't kid around. The murder rate in Mexico is so high that Chicago just nailed Guadalajara, their sister city. Senate Leader Mitch McConnell hinted at progress passing the GOP healthcare bill Tuesday, saying that he's just trying to get 50 people in a comfortable place. He'll be sorry he said that, because Bill Cosby just tried to get 50 people in a comfortable place, and he may be in court for the rest of his life. And finally, the news in Zingers. Las Vegas marijuana dispensaries reported booming business Saturday when Nevada joined the list of states and districts that have legalized recreational marijuana sales, despite the federal ban. Marijuana also legalized in Washington, D.C. And you thought Congress did nothing before. Yeah. Well, I think they're probably less dangerous to our well-being if they're all toked up. Just my personal opinion. Okay. So, this date in history, the 5th of July, 1687, Isaac Newton rewrites science textbooks when his Principia is published, greatly expanding our understanding of the universe in which we live. And now there's all kind of people going, I'm calling bullshit on some of that. This date in history, July the 5th, 1810. A man with legendary powers of persuasion and an ability to put together compelling entertainment, P.T. Phineas Taylor Barnum is born. And yeah, he started finding that sucker born every minute afterwards. This date in history, the 7th or the 5th day, you can tell it's getting close to the end of the show. The 5th of July, 1946. A man whose greatness can't be overstated. Louis Rard, really? Thrills horned dogs around the world when his bikini swimsuit debuts in the Paris fashion show, and it has been downhill since then. Have you seen some of the shit going on those walkways lately? Oi. You know, don't get me wrong. If you want to do shrooms, but man, don't do shrooms and then pretend like you're a high fashion designer, because I've seen some of the shit that's coming down those runways. It ain't pretty. Okay, and finally, this date in history, the 5th of July, 2002, Ted Williams, one of baseball's greatest legends, dies at the age of 83. So that is this date in history over here on The Pig. And if you want to read more way cool stuff like the Prattler or Hambo's Hammer, or even their front page, come on over here and check it out. Let's see. What, Porcus? We Americans take time out of every July 4th to commemorate the signing of the legendary reality check that declared our independence from a tyrannical monarchy. From Paul Revere's Midnight Ride, the Boston Tea Party, and George Washington's famous crossing of the Delaware, these are the events that have forged the American spirit. July 4th is not just a day for Americans because being an American is not merely a little checkbox on an application. It is truly a universal state of mind, of man's God-given rights to freedom and liberty. In America, you're free to climb to the top of the ladder, or free to be stupid and fail. That's from Porkus. Thank you, Porkus. And he's got one heck of a humdinger and dumhinger going on over here on the pig. So come on over and check it out. It's pigazette.com. Okay, let me see. I got some notifications over here. Let me check those out real fast. Hi, Sadya. How you doing, sweetie? Sadya then. Okay. Should we go to the race baiters? Oh... From The Verge. Should I see this? "10 things the iPhone savagely destroyed in my life." Okay, I had an iPhone. That was the first smartphone I ever owned, and I swore I would never have another one again. Don't like them. Do not like them at all. In any case, this week is the iPhone's 10th birthday. Happy birthday to you, boop, boop. But if you're going to be completely honest, and I was one of the holdouts who didn't get one until 2 years ago. Well, I got one quite a few years ago, and I didn't like it. For years after the iPhone was released in 2007, I was a hermit who believed that I didn't need material worldly possessions. When my dad asked multiple times if I wanted to upgrade my dated LG X or VX 5200 flip phone, I said no. My reasoning was that since it had a camera in it, my phone was already pretty cool. Somehow, I survived high school and almost made it to my first year of college without any smart devices, before I gave in to the peer pressure and a need to actually use the internet everywhere, which I still rarely use my smartphone for internet. Basically, the main reason I got a smartphone was because when my kids send me pictures, it was a hell of a lot easier to get them in text. I didn't have to go to this frickin' link, follow this link, and punch in this code and yada yada with my flip phone, because I really did like my flip phone. But I digress. So, and actually right here it says, so I got my first smartphone, my mom's old Motorola Droid Razr XT912, which lived for a brief year in my hands before it slowed down to the point of being impossible to use. Apps on the phone would flicker and freeze, seemingly on a whim. Yeah, I know how that works. Finally, in 2015, I converted and got my first iPhone, making me behind the trend by more than 8 years. But I figured, better late than never. My 2 years with the iPhone 6 so far have been sweet. Even if my defective battery has half the lifespan of a mayfly, and even if no Apple Store will replace my phone after I spilled water on it. Oops. Rice in a sandwich bag overnight. One of the defining aspects of my life is that my house is a mess and I never invite a single person to visit. I kind of sort of resemble that. Somewhere, well, okay, my house isn't a mess, but it's not spotless either. Clean enough to be healthy, dirty enough to be lived in. Somewhere, mixed up with the mess of things, are a bunch of old flashlights, newspapers, and numerous other objects that the iPhone has killed. And I have absolutely no need for them, because as they say, there's an app for that. So, and I'm one, yeah, he questions, do people actually even say that anymore? So, not for finding all of my useless junk, but for replacing every single one of them. Now, who needs any possessions? I still like books. You probably take them for granted now, but here are all the things that the iPhone killed for me. So, here we go. Calendars and planners. Yeah, okay, I'll admit, that did kill my calendars and planners. Notepads. No, I still write on notepads, but I do have a little memo thing on my phone that I use occasionally for shopping lists. That's pretty much the only time I use it is for shopping lists, because I know I'm going to take my phone with me as opposed to writing a list in my notepad and then forgetting to bring the list. Paper maps. Yeah, okay. Okay, got me there. It has replaced the paper maps. Alarm clocks. Nope. I refuse. I refuse to use my smartphone for an alarm clock. I don't have my phone in my bedroom. I just don't. When I go to bed, I'm not going to be interrupted by the phone. Just not. Which is not always a good thing. You know, like when the weather alerts go on and all that other fun stuff. Flashlights. No. I actually removed the flashlight app from my phone and reset things to where it completely, I hope completely, I followed instructions. Not on the phone, but YouTube on how to completely remove it. Because I learned that the flashlight apps, you know, when it asks for all of this access, and I just, you know, at the time I didn't think. Famous last words. I didn't think. And I really thought that would be so cool to have a flashlight app. So when I got my smartphone, the first thing I did was load a flashlight app and I just clicked accept. Because I didn't think. And then I found out later, and it was like, son of a bitch. So, I don't have a flashlight app on my phone. I have flashlights. Digital cameras, yes. Yes, it did replace my camera, for the most part. Voice recorders, never really did a whole heck of a lot of voice recording in the first place. And I'm not real impressed with the talk to text. Punctuation seems to be an issue with that. The iPod and MP3 player. Nope. I don't play music through my phone. Don't do that. Calculator. Nope. If I need a calculator, it's at work, and the reason I use a calculator is because I have to have a tape. Because I'm doing deposit. Other than that, I try not to use calculators. I either have used my brain or piece of paper and pencil. Boombox. Nope. Does not replace my boombox either. Sorry. Let me see. What was that? Oh, the ladies are sending texts. Okay. That's the things that it replaced for him. I don't know. What did y'all with your smartphones? I know a lot of people that use their smartphones instead of the computer. No. I do very little computing on my smartphone. As little as I can get away with. It's like, why do I have a data block even? Because no. I don't have Facebook on my phone. Don't have Messenger on my phone. I know this is going to shock you. I mean, I do share pictures and stuff, but I basically use my phone for texting my family and kids and for talking on the phone. It's pretty much what it gets used for. Once in a while, I use the map app. I do the calendar for my appointments, and I do the notepad for grocery lists. That's pretty much it. Grimmy said no cell phones for him. There you go, Grimmy. What's that? Man says FBI agents who sold him a machine gun and silencer also urged him in mass... Well, but no. That's not inciting violence. No, that's not entrapment. No. They're just doing their job. They're finding someone with criminal tendencies and proclivities. There you go. I used big words on that one as well. Yeah. Every terrorist plot that has been foiled so far is one that was initiated by someone in our government. I'm a firm believer in that. Okay. Put this. In the mood to do a butterfly roast? What? Oh. Okay. A butterfly roast tattoo. Okay. My cell phone did replace my rotary phone. I will admit that. So, what else do I have? I'm going to close out. I haven't been to Oopie for a while, and I have just a few minutes left. In case y'all aren't sure, you've been listening to Grammy's Rocket Chair here on RealLibertyMedia.com, Channel 3. Yeah, and it is a Whack-A-Doodle Wednesday. Joey Chestnut downs a record 72 hot dogs at Nathan's hot dog eating event. Oh, that makes my belly hurt just thinking about it. What? Okay. Alrighty. Apparently, a Chinese school uses augmented reality in admission letters. Augmented reality. Is this the Matrix? A Chinese university showed off the latest update to its admissions process, admissions letters that make use of an augmented reality smartphone app. A teacher in Northwestern Polytechnical University in Zhang was filmed demonstrating the capabilities of the new admission letters, which reveal additional information when viewed through the university's AR app. The video shows the letter transform on the smartphone screen into an animated scroll that unrolls to reveal text and video about the school's history and various programs. The university said it is the first school to use augmented reality in its admissions letters. Well, goody for you. A real wiener gobbler. I hadn't thought of it like that, Grimmy. Wow, they do world records for everything. Man crushes world record 29 drink cans while holding a raw egg. Alrighty. That's something I need to check out. All of the different weird ass shit. I'll do that for Friday. Weird things that have made it into the Guinness Book of World Records. So, Joey Chestnut ate 72 hot dogs, but Molly Schuler won the DC eating contest with 21 burgers. So, hi Molly. Okay. If that look works for you. She apparently downed 21 burgers in 10 minutes in Z Burger's 8th annual Independence Burger Eating Championship in Washington, D.C. One day before the famous hot dog eating contest in New York, she was chowing down burgers with 13 competitors that included men and women. Well, Molly, she can, yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Just leave it at that. What's that? Okay. And I think I will find one more, and that's it. Gay pride thingies. Piffle. I'm proud of my heterosexuality. I don't have to have a parade for it. Ooh, okay. A roller coaster in a theme park stranded people upside down. Eee, that would not be cool. Okay, I gotta see this shit. I'm going to just end with this one. Woman casually walks off with big TV from Buffalo Wild Wings. This was July the 3rd. Apparently, security cameras were rolling at a Buffalo Wild Wings in West Virginia when a woman casually walked off with a TV from the patio. The video shows the woman walking up to the patio at the Nitro restaurant about 6:30 a.m. Sunday and taking a large television off the wall. Number one, before I go any further, I've got to thank these people. Thank you ever so much for not saying 6:30 a.m. in the morning. How many freaking articles do that? It's like, that's what a.m. means. Goofs. The woman then casually carries the TV across the parking lot and loads it into a gray Kia Soul. Well, you know, she bought the Kia and couldn't afford the TV, but she had room to haul it. Manager C.C. Kirkhart said that the TV incident came after a recent theft of an $8,000 motorcycle trailer from the eatery's parking lot. It's unsettling, and I run a business where more than 50% of my staff are in college or high school. So I've got a lot of young girls and young guys coming and going, leaving the restaurant at different hours, at different times of the night, and knowing that there are servers walking out of here with money in their pocket. I think it puts a little more of a high risk. It's definitely a safety factor when things happen so closely together as they have this summer. People tend to be a little wary. Apparently, the Nitro Police Department is investigating the theft. Well, we didn't have enough substantial evidence to actually charge this person because, well, the camera quality, the picture quality, we couldn't definitively state that that was the person walking off with the TV. It's pretty much what happened about 25 miles from here over the weekend. It was not the police that found the criminals. Although the burglaries and robberies were reported to the Popo, it was the general public that found the culprits. It was the general public that found the stolen property. It was the general public that basically had to lead the Popo by the hand to where a large stash of stolen property was stashed. And you know what? The police went, oh, well, that's nice, but there's not enough evidence for us to charge them with a crime. And so they hightailed it. Yes, that's your police force at work, or at least that's a police force in one of the towns out here. Makes you proud, don't it? You're right, it don't. In any case, thank y'all for listening in this evening, the Wednesday after 4th of July. You know, 4th of July is classified as Independence Day here in the United States, and I would really much rather, if you want to do a challenge, instead of doing the bucket challenge, or instead of doing the this challenge or the that challenge for some charitable organization that maybe, if you're really, really lucky, 3% of what you donate actually goes toward the charity itself. Here's a challenge for you. How about you start living independently every day? Do something every day. Just, you don't have to do the same thing every day, but every day try and do something that's independent of government interference or bank interference or corporate interference. Try and do one thing every day. I think you'll find that you'd really like that. And you might actually get addicted to feeling that independent feeling. Or just doing something independent of anyone else assisting you. Just try and... That's a challenge I would like to see people take. Or even an independent thought that you got from reason. How about trying that? That would be cool. Oh well. I will be back on Friday for the Freak of Friday edition of the Rocket Chair, but until then,